Okay, so this is the video for Aeneid Book 4, lines 160 through 172. And we start out with a line that is almost exactly quoted from Book 1, line 124, when Juno is stirring up the storm to waylay Aeneas. So here's another storm. So you have Interea. Meanwhile, the sky begins, incipit, to be mixed up, passive infinitive, with a great murmur, or with a great rumbling, which would be thunder. A cloud follows, having been mixed with hail. So this is not just like a drizzle. This is, you're going to get hurt if you're left out in it. And both the Tyrian comrades and the Trojan youths, or the Trojan youth, pass him everywhere. And the Trojan, the Dardanian grandson of Venus, sorry, not grandson, it's literally nephew, but son of Venus, looked for roofs having been scattered by Metu, by fear, through the fields. So they're out on this hunting party, and they are these three groups of people, right? So the Tyrians, the Carthaginians, the Trojans, and Aeneas himself look for, diverse roofs through the fields, having, they look by means of fear. And rivers rush down from the mountains. So it's raining so hard that rivers are forming. And this is a beautiful line because you have Dido and the Trojan leader, Deweniunt. They come down to the Aeandem cave. And so the line is chiastic, but it's also Dido and Aeneas are in the same cave. They're literally inside the words for the same cave. You also have Hyperbaton, because Aeandem and Spelunkum you think would go together, but they are separated. Okay, so then at first, both Earth and Juno as a bridal attendant give the sign, or the signal, and lightning, the fires flashed, and the heaven is, we have to assume it says is somewhere, is conscious or is witness to the marriages. And the nymphs shriek from the highest point, the highest peak. That day was the cause of so I want to say here that that day was the first of death, it was the first of evils, and it was the cause. So causa maybe could go, the cause of death, the cause of evils. We have to account for these two, the anaphora of the primus, and they don't agree with the causa. So it's definitely got to be that day was the first of death, the first of evils, and it was the cause. For, indeed, neither was Dido moved by appearance or by reputation, nor is she, yet or still, Dido, is she yet planning a secret love. The passive voice is being used here, I think, because this is all happening to Dido. She's sort of out of her control. There's, two goddesses plotting against her to get her, sort of use her as a delay to keep Aeneas from going to Italy. So I think the passive voice, she's not the agent here of her own fate. And she vocats it a conjugum. She calls it a marriage. She cloaks this she cloaks the guilt. Sorry, she cloaks the guilt. Cloaked the guilt with this name, right? So she's calling it a marriage because she and Aeneas are getting kind of cuddly in a cave, and so because she's a queen and she's not allowed to just have a casual hookup, she calls it a marriage. But we don't hear that same thing from Aeneas, so that's going to cause some tension later.